Now we have representative from stakeholder, Ms. Sachini Perera from Championing Women's Sexual and Reproductive Rights. Now the floor is yours. Can you please raise your hand? Yeah, we know you.
Thank you. Thank you to the panel as well. And I'm from the Asian Pacific Resource and Research Center for Women, ARROW. We are a regional nonprofit based in Malaysia. I think we heard a lot about ICTs and about data, about the positives of all of this, and I think it's very clear to all of us that the proliferation of ICTs has enabled rapid information sharing within and amongst communities, and we see new ways for people to network, to mobilize, to organize, and at the same time to bypass third parties to hold governments and other stakeholders accountable. But at the same time, what we need to acknowledge is that this has resulted in a lot of censorship and surveillance of ICT platforms, and this is very common in the region I come from, for an example. And also there is restriction and criminalization of free speech online. As women's rights organizations, we also see online spaces where women's bodies and sexuality are being controlled and restricted through censorship and through violence against women in these spaces. So when we talk about using these platforms to within this technology facilitation mechanism, are we actually going to be looking at those implications as well? When the technology transfer happens, will there be these marginalized groups who still won't be able to use them to the full capacity? And also when we talk about data, there is a lot of potential in big data, in open data, but at the same time, what are the regulatory mechanisms that are in place for the collection of data? Because what are the ways this data is being collected, and can it result in the violation of rights and privacy of marginalized populations, like people living with and affected by HIV, sex workers, and other groups like that? So just wanted to posit that there needs to be a human rights-based approach that is essential for science, technology, and innovation as well, and which enables privacy and confidentiality and human rights of marginalized people. Thank you.
Thank you for the excellent intervention.